So we're looking at throwing with Colin Lloyd. We're going to bring you insights from the former world #1's throw. New shape Colin, 5 stone lighter. The throw, I've got to say, has never looked better, Colin. You know, how's your throw feeling?
Well, it feels really good. I think what it is, Simon, is where I've lost the weight, I made the conscious effort as well to keep the strength there. So where I do work out and I go to these gym classes, I've still got the strength in my arm. It's all about, I think, we call it the muscle memory. You can't lose that muscle memory. If you lose that muscle memory, the game will falter.
Yeah, it's interesting that because Steve Feeney, the guy who does all site, right, he said that people who lose weight, their spatial awareness changes, but quite often the strength changes because when you lose weight, you lose muscle. So that's an important point. So how do you feel your stance has changed as how you approach the oche?
No, I'm still just the same. I've been one of these people, Simon. I'm a thrower. I'm not a side thrower or an angle thrower. I've just always been full on the oche, toe straight.
So toe straight forward.
Yeah.
Nice. Very similar to Johnny Clayton's position as well, we noticed earlier.
Yeah, you were saying that earlier. Yeah, it's just a case of, I was one of these people that I kick the oche, and that to me then, if I kick, I'm set, go.
And both eyes nice and square on the dartboard where you're looking at?
Yeah, I mean, I stand just a little off centre from the dart, from the middle of the dartboard, where some people stand to it a long way to either side, but and then I'm just set, and then I'm just off I go. There's no complication. It's just set and
very
go.
straight. And the darts, and we notice. So we've got a nice central position on the oche. So you're kind of walking in with both eyes nice and level. Yeah. And then you throw your backswing to, it's quite short, isn't it?
Yeah, I've never been one for sort of like some people down here and all the way back. Mine's just...
But that means it stays within the vision of your tunnel of your eyesight, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so. And I'm one of these people, I sort of like you say, it's just a short and then I sort of snap it a little bit.
More power going forward.
Yeah, I just propel it forward. Some people look at that, they think I've got a hard throw. I haven't. Because I use a light dart as well, I know I have to propel
what weight are they?
They're 18 grams.
18, oh, they are light, yeah.
So
quite a short shaft and flight.
Yeah, but that's always what's worked for me, Simon, you know, and some people use a longer barrel, a longer stem, a standard big wing flight. I can't do that because my throw doesn't allow me to do that.
So do you feel they're quicker through the air with the sort of pear shape on there?
Yeah, a lot quicker. And there's no movement. To me, it's like just like a little, like that. So, whereas with a big wing, the way I throw,
You felt there was more movement?
It'll roll over like that instead of these ones where they just...
And how much effect has have you messed around with your grip over the years, or have you stayed with the same grip?
No, I've tried to stay exactly the same. Really. There was a time where I actually broke my finger, and my finger actually supports the point. Then it comes.
So you've got your third finger underneath supporting the point.
Yeah, supports the point, and then when I draw the dart back, it comes away, and so I'm just predominantly the two fingers.
So it's like a marker to start, then it comes away, so you don't get any restriction.
Yeah.
Okay, so at the point of when you're, let's say you're in a game, you're not thinking of these technical things, they're all set up.
Yeah.
You need to hit, say something like 86.
Yeah.
How's that release feeling to you? What are you looking to feel? Can you put that into words to help people who think, right, I need to hit a target, not think of the number? How do you do that?
But it's all about focus. So as long as you're focused and you feel like you're in the zone, predominantly in a darts match, you'll go for treble 20. You're trying to score as heavy and as much as you can to get down to that finish, to give yourself the opportunity to win the leg.
You're almost on autopilot.
Yeah.
So if you're not, you're playing well if you're not consciously thinking about it.
Yeah, I tend to think with a lot of players today, they overthink the game. You shouldn't overthink a game of darts. You know what you're doing. That's why you've got there in the first place. You know exactly what you're doing. You know
you're
exactly
just
what you're
reacting to the dart.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing for me is I'll come walking back from my throw, and I'll have got as far as you. I've just got past the referee, and I'm walking back, and all I'll be thinking is, right, 86, treble 18, double 16.
So you're setting yourself up straight away to get on with it.
Yeah, I'm already, because darts isn't always just about the throw, Simon. You've got to have the mindset as well. You've got to have that mindset. So I'm getting in my head, treble 18, double 16, I've hit the 18, bullseye.
So
or if I hit the
you're kind of rehearsing your throw before you make it.
Yeah. Because that's what makes it easier for me as a player. Because like I said to you, I address the oche, I go set, and I go set, and I go bang, and there's the treble 18, and there's the double 16.
Yeah.
That's the way I work.
But if you're in a game and you feel you can't quite, your throw's not as good as it feels, do you make a technical adjustment or do you battle your way through it?
No, you battle through it, because as soon as you start, you can't make adjustments in the middle of a match. No, that's what practice time is for and what practice area is for. You can't just all of a sudden change everything in the middle of a match.
So don't if you're having a little lull, stick with it and battle through it.
Yeah, stick with it.
Just trust what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, there were times where if people looked at little reruns of me, you see me standing there and I give myself a little pat.
Yeah.
That means to say, come on, you're getting a bit lazy now, wake up, what's going on? And
that jerk you back up. Yeah.
That gets me back in again. You'll see me just sort of like, there is an actual shot of me walking off of a big stage one time. I don't know whether it was a Worlds or World Matchplay. And you see me walking off with both hands.
Come on, yeah.
Patting me backside, just saying, come on, and firing yourself up.
So for you, when you get into that match situation, what I'm hearing from you is probably that it's 95% in the mind now.
Yeah. It is. You've done all the hard work. You've done the work on the practice board. You've done the manual work, as we say. You've done the manual work, which is the practice.
You're there for a reason.
You're there for a reason. You've qualified for the event, whatever event it is that you're at. And the amount of hours and the thousands of darts that you've already thrown, it's just a matter now of staying focused, keeping the mind fresh as to the job in hand, as to what's going to happen and what is actually happening. Like I said, you predominantly go for a treble 20. Yes, of course you use round the board, you're having what we say are the cover shots. But if that cover shot doesn't quite go right, you've already got it in your head.
Where else are you going?
Yeah, where am I going?
So your way to get into your best flow is actually to not change things, stick to what you're doing, and try and execute as best you can effectively.
Yeah.
And you could get a bit hot-headed at times. I mean, was that to psych yourself up, or was that to what did you use that for? What was that?
A little bit of both, really. It was hot-headed with the main thing with me would be frustration, because it's not all of a sudden something that was going so right would all of a sudden go wrong, and all of a sudden that was the bit where I was saying about. You start picking at things, and you think to yourself, "Why am I picking at it for? I'm in the middle of a match here. Don't pick. Just get on with it." If you've lost a leg through your non-ability to finish yourself, it's gone. It's not coming back.
Yeah.
Just stay focused, stay in the zone, and think, right, fresh leg, let's go.
Let's get on with it. Don't waste the leg.
Let's get that breaker throw back. Don't put the pressure on yourself. Try not to put the pressure on yourself, but just keep in that nice little form and that nice little bit of zone, and just the throws there, you know your throws there because you've already done the hundreds of hours of practicing and whatever, and you've thrown thousands of darts. So it's just a matter of just keeping it all as a nice, well-oiled running machine.
Yeah, and literally, when you're in this match, don't change anything.
No, that's right. The trouble with some players of today, Simon, they overthink things. Don't overthink it.
So if you have three, so maybe what you're saying, if someone has two bad visits, you can maybe see them starting to change things.
Yeah, and Joe, you can see someone's head drop after, like, say if it's the match play. And we call them races because it's just legs. There's no set play. It's just legs.
A race to the end. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And if it's say first to 15, say 16 legs,
you've still got to get there.
Yeah, but you can see someone start panicking after like 3 legs, and you think to yourself, you've only just started.
Yeah.
You've only been throwing darts for like 10 minutes. Don't worry about it. There's an advert break coming up soon, and that's when you take time to say, right, come on.
Let's
start
get
again.
It back, yeah.
Let's start again. I felt really good when I went up there. Yes, it hasn't gone quite my way at this moment in time, but let's reset and start again. And then the amount of times you'll see a player come back out and
pick up.
Yeah, he's back at it again. He's back playing the form that's got him to that quarterfinal, semi-final, whatever it may be, in that major event in the first place.
So recap is solid technique, lots of practice, and at the end of the day, Carl, self-belief.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, if you don't have the self-belief to go up there and believe in your ability,
but even
not
if it's
your
in the
ability,
pub,
but your equipment.
Yeah.
You know, you've got to go up there. Everything has to fall into place for you to achieve. That's my personal opinion. And that's why I was able to achieve quite a bit, because I just used to stay positive.
And you talk about the equipment, you've changed yours, you've gone to the diamond grip at the front now, which Peter Wright's used diamond. Obviously, he's won his double world title with the diamond.
Yeah.
It's been a long time in development for us, because it's probably well over 10 years, the diamond grip. But the amount of players that are starting to use it now, it's becoming... So just give us a bit of insight on how the diamond feels to you and what you think it could bring our viewers.
Yeah, it feels nice for me. I've got the rings at the back where my thumb sits. My index finger sits just above it. But this finger here, when I take the finger away, Simon, I need to know that I'm feeling something. I'm feeling the dart, basically.
Yeah.
I don't do it. I haven't got a tight grip.
What kind of grip pressure are you? Out of 10?
Probably about, believe it or not, I'm probably only about a 5.
5, okay.
Maybe a 6.
Yeah. Well, it was quite interesting, because when we first brought this up with Johnny, obviously he's seen it in a few vids, Johnny, Peter and the guys, they all reckon their grip pressure is 2.
It possibly is, yeah. To me, they're the sort of players, I call them like a floater. It's as if their dart floats through the air.
Yeah.
And it sort of like goes in the air like that, and it seems to hang there. And when you see with Gezi, he's sort of like, and he is sort of like
nice and light. A bit like Dennis Priestley was.
Yeah,
to a degree.
very much so. And that's why I said, where people think I've got this really hard, solid throw, I haven't. It's just that, because I've got that snap.
Yeah.
And
you're stronger. So your grip pressure is suited to your game. So that's what you've got to find out there.
Yeah, and it suits me. I mean, that finger really... It doesn't do a lot. It's in my mind. My
just a place to start.
Yeah, and then as the arm comes back,
just like a trigger to start. And off you go. Yeah,
I can feel everything about the dart that I'm comfortable with. The main thing about darts, Simon, with people where they go wrong, is they just pick up a set of darts, and I go, yeah, these will do. No, you've got darts. To me, is about balance and comfort, and balance is not only in your stance. The balance and the comfort is with your equipment
in your hand as well. Yeah,
you've got to. You can't be throwing something that feels alien.
Can you find that balance just through practice, or have you got to put it to the test?
I think you need to put it to the test. And there's so many different shapes, lengths, grips of darts these days that you will find something that's comfortable for you. All of a sudden, when you get a certain dart, you will go, that's the dart for me. That's the dart for me. That clicks. And this dart clicks for me.
Brilliant. Just to sum up from Colin then, nice solid setup, lots of practice, self-belief, and get the right set of darts. Thanks, Col.
No worries.